Inconvenience for people that live in this neighborhood. We've actually seen people park their cars down at the end of the street, and then they have walked up through their neighbors' yards and have had to make their way to their homes just to make things a little bit quicker rather than having to drive around. We actually also, in between the 5 and 6, saw a lot of families that were out here walking around because they said it is a much quieter street. But
just a while ago, we spoke with Attorney General Alan Wilson, who said he's hoping that Trump will win this race, as he said he's seen a problem with fentanyl coming across the border, and that's a big issue here in South Carolina.
We are right in downtown Santee, and take a look at how deep this water is. It is up to my ankles, and when I walk just a little bit further back, it gets deeper. There's a water spout across Lake Murray until it made it here at the Miller's home, bringing 90-mile-per-hour winds.
Just to give you a reference, I'm 5'11", so this is how tall the bottom of this tree is.
Still under investigation. Now, he said, thankfully, there's a firewall up that's inside of these apartments that actually help to prevent the fire from spreading. We're taking bricks like this one that we just picked up off of the street and tossing them from out of the building behind us. Now, when you think of the Chapin Lake Murray area, this is the site that you are used to seeing out here. A sunny evening with no clouds or storms in sight. But on Tuesday, this area was hit with an EF1 tornado. And as we take you into the Miller's backyard, we're gonna show you just some of the damage. This is probably the first drawing to my right would take place here at Woodward Park, bringing new baseball fields, soccer fields, and more. The second drawing takes those same amenities and puts them at Larry Doby Park.
Does he think time served has been enough?
He does not. I mean, he pushed for the death penalty when she was first going to trial.
Okay.
Obviously, the jury convicted her. He said that the jury, when he spoke to a jury member after the guilty verdict. Well, good evening, guys. The Murdaugh saga is entering a new phase with a new judge. Judge Clifton Newman, who presided over Murdaugh's 6-week murder trial. Again, per my conversation with Representative Pope, he does not believe that she will be granted parole.
And
You have the chance to get out and enjoy the sun these next couple hours. Do so, because it might be the last chance that we see any sun in the region for quite some time. You're taking a live look over downtown Sumter. Some cloudy skies, the sun trying to break through this morning. Temperatures are starting at right around 70 degrees this morning in downtown Sumter. 72, our dew point 72, so it feels like 72 degrees. And as we mentioned, rain is in the forecast. We're currently under a flood watch for most of our Midland communities. Today it starts at 10 a.m. until 8 o'clock tonight. Some areas that see rain, well, we'll have to watch as the rain that moves in around Thanksgiving. The wetter day is looking to be on Black Friday. So if you have any shopping plans, make sure you pack the umbrella and prepare, because we're going to have some rain. We're also going to see cooler temperatures moving through. This afternoon, storms will begin to develop across the region. So expect some scattered storms through the Midlands communities. By the time the sun sets, that instability dies out. Those storms dissipate. But take a look. Here is Debbie making landfall Monday morning. You'll see Debbie moving into the Big Bend of Florida.
now for all of my friends out there who also enjoy eating and shopping and 5 Points, we've got an update on that major road safety project going on there that's been underway since April, causing a few headaches along the way. News 19's Walker Lawson explains how work is going and when it's expected to be finished.
Well, I'll be honest, it's frustrating the week before Christmas to have a major construction project going on that is taking all of the parking spots in front of our building.
Cones, no parking signs, and fencing remain up through 5 Points as work continues on the 5 Points Safety Improvement Project. For Ben Adams, when he looks out the window of all good books, all he sees are no good parking spots.
We've seen sales down drastically this year. We're just hopeful that this will be over really soon so we can kind of resume business as normal. But
while 5 Points is currently a construction zone, the area is set to transform into a more pedestrian-friendly space. By April, 5 Points will look like this. It will feature multiple crosswalks and new medians. It will also include a bike lane and a reduction of Hardin Street from 4 lanes to 2, making the area safer for both pedestrians and drivers. State Representative Seth Rose says he understands the temporary inconvenience, but believes the end result will be worth it.
You know, obviously, whenever you have any type of road project, there's going to be impacts. You have to do the work, and there's going to be disturbance in that area. But when this project's finished, it's really going to be incredible. It's going to slow down traffic to where people can window shop, feel like you can send your kids down to get an ice cream and they're not going to get run over on a 4-lane highway with people going 55 miles an hour through what we know as a historic village.
Rose says most of the work will be complete by next month, with the finishing touches happening in the spring.
They're going to blacktop it and give fresh paint to it, and that'll happen when the weather is nicer in the spring. So that technically is when the project's going to finish. However, for all intents and purposes, all the work should be completed easily by the end of January.
Walker Lawson, News 19, WLTX.
And Representative Rose also says that he secured funding for a future project on Divine Street. Now, according to SCDOT, the project will be complete by summer. They say that traffic signals and the pedestrian signal upgrades are planned to be done in the spring as well. And once again, we are starting off in Kershaw County, where that bridge on 20 westbound in Kershaw County near Camden is still closed down tonight.
It's a terrible time to have this kind of traffic nightmare as folks are preparing to travel for the holidays. We've got Walker Lawson live in Kershaw County, right at the area where that bridge is being repaired, with the very latest on how long this is going to be a problem. Walker.
Well, Darcy and Andrea, this section of I-20 westbound has been under construction now for almost 24 hours, but we just learned that this bridge could be reopened early tomorrow morning.
We had a section of the support underneath the bridge to settle just a little bit, which caused the bridge deck itself to settle a couple of inches.
Christy Hall, Secretary of Transportation, says crews are working around the clock to reopen the bridge.
Expect to start jacking the bridge back up to its original position here within the next few hours. And that'll be a complicated process. It'll take a little bit of time to do that. And then once we get that done, then we'll make the repairs to the deck. And then hopefully, if everything goes as planned, we should be able to reopen the bridge tomorrow morning sometime.
The closure has halted traffic and diverted drivers like Puncho Carter coming from Rembert.
You know, just taking my time, trying to be safe as possible, and make the trip, you know. Just a slow process, but it's going.
The detour takes commuters like Carter from I-20 westbound to get off at exit 98 in Camden on US 521. Then they will turn left on Aaron Claw Drive, and then they will turn left again on US 601, and then we'll get back onto I-20 at exit 92.
It wasn't that bad. It's moving, but it's moving slow.
Lisa Murray works at Topper's Hair Design. Her shop is located right in the middle of the traffic on US 601 in Lugoff.
We have never seen traffic this bad. I never thought we'd have I-20 coming right down our front door.
She says the traffic is halting not only the roads, but their business.
Pretty slow. We've had people cancel because the traffic's been pretty bad, and our older clients are just terrified to get in it.
While it's impacted business, she just hopes the bridge reopens safely.
Yeah, I'm hoping this is going to be over soon, and I'm hoping it's not a Band-Aid fix. I'm hoping it's going to be really safe, because it is scary.
As mentioned, the Secretary of Transportation says the goal is to get this bridge open early tomorrow morning. Now, that is good news for holiday travelers, but for those headed home tonight here in Kershaw County, again, the Sheriff's Office is advising people to take exit 92 to get home in Camden tonight rather than 98 until this bridge is reopened. Reporting in Camden, I'm Walker Lawson, News 19, WLTX.
Walker, I know you know the area so well, and it's hilarious hearing that business owner say that I-20 has moved to her front doorstep there, the business. What other businesses are along those strips that are being impacted by all that travel?
You have gas stations, you have Chick-fil-A, Walmart. It's a very busy shopping center. So all the way down from downtown Camden, all the way to I-20, you have a lengthy stretch of businesses through there.
Well, the good news, Walker, is hopefully things will be back to normal by as early as tomorrow. Walker Lawson reporting for us live.
Residents in the Christopher Tower behind me have been without air conditioning for over 24 hours now. We spoke to the property management company that says they're working to fix the issue, but residents are growing concerned as temperatures are expected to rise through the week.
I got up and I couldn't even sleep because it was so hot.
David and Sharon Cooper are two of the nearly 240 residents in Christopher Towers spending a July summer day without air conditioning.
I had our thermostat sitting at 67. It was 80. It got up to 87.
News 19 reached out to the property management group Multifamily Select Incorporated, who says they're providing free hotel rooms to those who aren't comfortable staying. So far, 70 residents, including the Coopers, have taken advantage as the company works to get the air conditioning fixed.
The entire building is on the same system. So yes, we do have some units that have some cooling, but the vast majority of the building is affected by this.
Matthew Neely says they're hoping to have the air back on by Wednesday, but it's taking some time due to the specialized nature of such cooling systems.
We're hoping that the plan that the one vendor has suggested can be up and running tomorrow. We just don't have a time yet on when that will happen.
Emily Blackshire-Gill with Appleseed Law says South Carolina law is ambiguous with air conditioning, and if those in apartments find themselves without AC this summer, there are steps that you can take.
One is that typically, like I think what we've heard about at Christopher Towers, heating and air conditioning are in like full HVAC units. What that means is like if one of those units is in disrepair, it is obviously the landlord's responsibility to fix that. In the case of Christopher Towers, that's the whole building. They're responsible for that. It does sound like they're already taking action. Typically, if landlords are not taking action to remedy a situation, we point tenants towards what's called a 14-day letter. A 14-day letter, basically a letter that under South Carolina law is appropriate to give to your landlord to kind of demand that they make a certain repair if it's affecting the health and safety of people.
The Coopers are thankful something is being done, but think more needs to be done.
It's like it's so hot for us. I'm concerned. I don't think they're doing enough.
Walker Lawson, News 19, WLTX.